Ow, ow, it's a zombie. Oh, it's two zombies. That is a massive pillager patrol right there. How did I get shot through my shield? Oh my god, and here come the undead. Hello, everyone. It has certainly been a while, hasn't it? It's been, like, what, a few days since my previous upload on Simply Minecraft. At least for you all, but for me, that was, 2 days ago? Maybe yesterday? I don't think it was last night. No, it can't be. It can't be last night, right? Whatever, I don't remember. And so, some things are a bit different here, because first of all, if you'll look at the sheep here, they have their ugly baby forms. I've seen a lot of the new baby mobs in Minecraft, but the baby sheep, these are ones I haven't seen before, and oh boy, are they off-putting. So if you couldn't tell, this is the most recent official release of Minecraft, which is what I would call 22.2. However, with Minecraft's new version naming sense, for some reason, I don't know why they changed that. Something about being more in line with Bedrock? Whatever, this is Java. Let Java be Java. Anyway, so I'm playing on the latest official release of Minecraft, which is version 26.1.2. Now, some things are different in my hardcore world. I have added some quality of life mods, nothing that actually adds anything to the game. Like, you know about the ones I use for recording, you know, free cam and flashback, you know I use those. However, the mods I'm talking about are, first of all, right click harvest, love that mod, and second of all, it's the tree falling mod, and that's because I hate cutting down trees block by block. I don't know if I said anything about not adding a tree cutting mod when I first started this world, but if I did, oh well, I guess that's out of the window now. But I have tree cutting, and it comes with fast leaf decay. Gotta love that. It means less lag. So, I have added those mods, and pretty much, it's just me and my hardcore world again. By the way, for those of you who have watched my last Simply Minecraft video, don't worry, I got rest, and I am no longer nearly as stressed as I was when I first made that video, so yay, there's that. Huzzah! I'm still tired though. I'm chronically tired, so that's not really new. But with this tree cutting mod, I can terraform a lot faster, and that means I could do better building projects, because honestly, one of my largest limiting factors for my building projects is the fact that in a lot of cases I have to cut down a lot of trees, and I just really do not like cutting down trees. It's so time consuming and tedious, but now it's really fast, and I can accept that. I love it. Oh, let me pick up all these saplings. So, you may be wondering, what have I come up with to do in this episode? Because if you remember correctly, in my last episode, although I can't say that 100% of you watching this video also watched that last hardcore video, but pretty much, I asked you all for ideas to do in my Minecraft hardcore world. Now, naturally, I didn't get any responses because I'm a small YouTuber with a very little... I don't like how the tree cutting doesn't work with mushrooms. Maybe I could change that in the configs. But anyway, I asked you all for your ideas about what I could do in this world, and I got no responses, being a small channel as I am. And so, that left me up to my own devices to come up with something new. Well, it's not really new, it's just new for the world. For my Minecraft world. Oh, please grow up, baby sheep. I can't stand looking at their faces. You know, they probably would have been cuter if they had, like, the face poofing as the normal sheep do. But they don't. They're bald. That sheep is bald, and it's so off-putting. And so, yeah, I just can't look at them. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, sheepies. Your offspring are quite ugly. I'm sorry, maybe that's a hot take, but I do believe it. So, as I was saying, you may be wondering what I have in store for this episode, and I think I've decided on building more walls. Like, not as defensive of walls as what I have on the stony shore over there, but walls that enclose around my home nonetheless. Right, they're going to be shorter, maybe thicker or thinner. It depends on what the depth of this wall is. Let me check real quick. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This wall is technically 5 blocks thick, but I think I'm going to make the new walls only around 3 blocks thick, which shaves 2 blocks off the depth, which if you get rid of the outside design of these walls, it would also be the same width. So at the same time that it differs in its depth, it's the same in its depth. Oh my god, I can't speak. I wonder when I will... Okay, you know, that is one thing I don't like about this mod. I may be able to fix this in the configs as well. But pretty much if you have a damage tool and then try and cut down a tree with it, usually it would just use up durability and ignore the rest of the tree rather than actually cut it all down. Do I have an axe on me? No, I don't. Oh, hey, I got an axe in here. But once the tree breaks like that, it's no longer considered a tree by this mod, so you have to individually go and break down the blocks, which, as I said, is something I really don't like doing. Anyway, I'm going to save you all from this tedium. Well, since that is now taken care of, that broken tree, it is now time for me to actually start the video. And so let's not prolong this introductory statement any further. I have said all I wanted to say regarding the mods and whatnot. And so it's time to get started. And the first thing you're going to see me do is terraform. I'm going to be terraforming. Oh, what fun it's going to be. Hold on. I will first empty my inventory out in my storage up on my second floor. And that's not telling me I'm going to be showing y'all, so you will see me next in a time lapse. Ow, it's a zombie. Oh, it's 2 zombies. Okay. I need my baked potatoes. So, if you've been keeping up with my hardcore world, you would know that these guys are far too common, and to top off their rarity, their common rarity, see, like that, another one just spawned. These guys also have a habit of spawning en masse, making them far worse to deal with than, say, skeletons. Look at this. 2 more zombies right after I killed that last, 4, 5 of them. Who knows how many of them there were. Because these guys are like in a bug infestation. Where there's one, there's hundreds. And when there's hundreds, there's thousands, and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, contrary to real life though, I have no way to kill zombies en masse. Except for maybe, say, with TNT. But the problem with that is that TNT is quite costly to make, considering it takes, how much is it? 4 gunpowder for a single piece? My point is, I struggle enough to kill the creepers as is. Farming them, however, that's an entirely different matter. I mean, look at that. My sword just broke. Ow. What is your reach, you fool? Well, you're dead now, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I need to head back to home. I need to sleep, and then I'll continue with the time lapse. Of course, when I make time lapses, even if I pause them, you all see them in their entirety. However, there are segments like this where I just stop and pause the time lapse to do other things, let's just say. You know, when I terraform, I don't like doing mass terraforming. Like, I prefer leaving some semblance of the land's original shape behind to keep it a bit more realistic. And also, while I was doing that said terraforming, cutting down those trees, flattening the land a bit, I spotted those guys. That is a massive pillager patrol right there. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those pillagers. And naturally, they have a banner bearer, a flag bearer. And so, luckily for me, they somehow spawned out there on the ocean. I didn't even know that was possible. But because they spawned way over there, I don't have to deal with them. Which is good, because I'm in hardcore, and I despise pillagers. They're such a pain to deal with, especially the ones with piercing crossbows. And there's always going to be one with a piercing crossbow. In fact, I think I even saw the piercing crossbow from here. Well, my simulation distance is a bit low, so you can't see it. But I swear there was one, a pillager over there with a piercing bow. It was enchanted. It was a crossbow that was enchanted. And when you see an enchanted crossbow in a pillager patrol, it's almost certainly piercing, which I hate. So, yeah. Anyway, the land is now flattened a bit. Yeah, the land is flattened. Ooh, hold on. I have dirt on me, right? No, I don't. I put it all away already. That's fine. Just rip some up from there, and there we go. That's better. Had to cover up that other piece of dirt I unearthed. Get it? Unearthed. Okay. Horrible jokes aside, I'm done. I think I'm going to wait for that grass to turn green, though. Because the grass is always greener on the other side. But yeah, see, I have right-click harvesting, which is an incredibly convenient mod. Ooh, hold on a second. Does it make it where the crops don't drop poisonous potatoes? Because if that's so, then I love it. I absolutely adore the mod if that's the case. I hate poisonous potatoes. They always do nothing but clog up my inventory. I'm not even sure if poisonous potatoes have a use, do they? You can't use them to make poison potions, can you? Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm not some sort of Minecraft alchemist. But yeah, I think the land is definitely looking a bit better now that it's flattened. And since the land is flattened to some degree, it's going to be time to start building the walls. I think I'm going to do a sort of curved wall right here, expanding from the side of the hill to, well, down here, I suppose. That'd probably be for the best. The question is, do I even have the, like, materials for that? I know I have plenty of cobblestone, but do I want to build that wall out of cobblestone? Decisions, decisions, decisions. There are decisions to be made. Oh, okay. This is my decorative chest, I think. Tools. Wood crafted. Stone / deep slate crafted. Stones. Here's the wood. Drop off the load of logs I have. Holy crap, do I really have that much wood? 2, 4, 6, and nearly a 7th stack. Wow, that's genuinely impressive. Oh, that, however, isn't. Yeah, I forgot how much leaf litter I have, but I really need to get rid of it. I like using leaf litter as a decorative block. I think I said this before, but I like using it as a decorative block. However, it is certainly an inventory clogger. Where do I put the... Here they are. I think in the next clip I make of this video, I'm going to add a chest sorting mod because, frankly, I want to see my chests organized, not these messes. Oh. Eat baked potatoes. Oh, hey, is it turning night? It is. The sun's gone down. Well, time for a quick snooze then. Good morning, Stony Shores. Wait, is that what I named the series? Stony Shores? I think so. Rocky Shores, Stony Shores. It sounds familiar. Well. Oh wait, I forgot to check. So I think I want to make that second wall out of deep slate, sort of mismatching it with the original wall. I have 63 deep slate tiles. Is that... Oh, I think that's as much deep slate as I got. Polished deep slate and deep slate tiles. Ooh, yep. It seems I'm gonna have to go mining again. The dreaded mining experience. I am not looking forward to that, but I'm gonna spare you all from seeing me do it. Of course, I will record the entire thing in case I die. But if I don't die, which I'm hoping is the case, then you'll see not one blink of it. You know, I wasn't going to show anything from the mining montage, but if you watched that last clip of me mining, then you would know... How did I get shot through my shield? Anyway, as I was saying, you would know that when I was mining, I came across a mine shaft way down under. But that can wait for another time, because I gathered what I think is a good amount of deep slate. As you can see, I have 2, 6, 8 stacks of cobble deep slate. Now, I don't know if that would be enough. I have my reservations that it would be. However, it's a good amount to start with. So, until then, well, not until then. I don't know what was starting to ramble on about there. But since I have all this deep slate, I can now get started on that wall I was talking about. You know, the one I want to connect the side of the hill to the stony shore. However, as you remember, I wanted to build the wall out of deep slate tiles. So I need to transfer all of, not transfer, but transform all of this cobbled deep slate into the necessary material. And also, before I started recording this, I had a thought. What if I also add wood to the build? I didn't do that last time. The last time I built a wall because I didn't have the tree cutting mod, and so I had significantly less wood. However, I have a lot more now. Where is it? Right here. All of this dark oak wood. I want to add some of it to the wall, and so I'm going to make my way down there and get started on that. That's going to be fun. The wall's going to be thick. Maybe not necessarily protective, considering it'll be connected into the side of the hill, which means mobs can still, you know, get over it. But it would block off, like, that portion of the woods that, if you were paying attention, you would know that mobs came flooding out of. Specifically, zombies. I've been having a lot of problems with zombies in this world, and I don't understand why. They're everywhere. As I said earlier, when I compared them to roaches, where there's one, there's hundreds. And there we go, everybody. The wall's complete. I did have to pause the replay or the flashback a few times to get different resources, to skip the night and whatnot. Oh, sorry. Allergies are attacking me. They have been all day. But, oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Let me think. Why is there a random grass block here? I haven't a clue. Right, I had to pause the recording a few times. Either it was to gather resources and blocks to continue building, or if it was simply to pass the night so I don't get attacked by mobs, because I absolutely detest skellies, skeletrons, the walking bonemen. And so yeah, the wall is finally done. I personally like it. I've never actually built a wall like this before, where there's like this overhang, or if there's stairs against logs, because I usually don't like that. But overall, I think it actually adds to the build. Now, I guess I could add something else, like a brace bar going all the way across this from, say, the third block from the top. How does that look? Yeah, I think I actually like that better, so I'm gonna do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then take it down, so do. Oh wow, maybe this isn't gonna be as good as I thought it was. going to be, because the wall pit bits are on different levels. I don't know, it depends. I kinda like it, I kinda don't. You know what? I already done this much, I might as well just go for it. There we go. I might as well. Ooh, what is it? Going all in. That's not what I want to say, but it does get my point across. Wait, hold on. Are these even on the proper levels? I think they are. Yeah, so that was right, but then it's Okay, here's where I messed up, I think. So, break all of this. Collect my logs back. Oh, hey, I think it's turning night again. Days are only like 10 minutes, and I guess I'm a slow builder or something in survival, because I don't know how many times it switched to night, but it was definitely more than one. Okay, I think I fixed it. And do that. Okay, okay. And right. Yeah, that works. Oh, I still don't know how I feel about it. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. No, that's on the wrong Y level. It needs to go up a block to match the rest of the pattern. There you go. You know, it'd be bad if this creeper like spawned right next to me or something and blew up while I'm building. I'm still only in iron armor, and so since this is hardcore, they can blast right on through it. You know what? I think this will be fine. I will just have to add a second bracer bar for these taller wall segments, because they do look a bit out of place currently, and that's no bueno. But that'll wait until it's morning again, because I don't feel like losing this hardcore world. I am so close to day 100. Oh my god, and here come the undead. Wow, y'all really don't skip a beat, do ya? This one's even in full butter armor. Hello there. Are y'all gonna form your little mini herd? Ow. Ow. You know, I wish I still had my iron sword. It snapped a while ago. I don't know which recording session it broke, though. Whether it was the recording sessions of today or of yesterday. What's on this golden helmet? Protection 2. You know, I also killed a zombie with a leather helmet earlier that also had Protection 2 on it. Except on top of Protection 2, that leather helmet also had Respiration 2. Which, for those who don't know, allows you to breathe underwater longer, and I believe it also helps you catch your breath faster. But time to sleep. Alright, so let's add the other bracer bar on the opposite side of the wall, and if I remember correctly, it goes 3 down, correct? So, like that, and then it's a full horizontal bar all the way across. I hate it when I misclick. It's rather annoying. It makes building a bit more tedious, even though I absolutely love building. It's my favorite thing to do in Minecraft. That's probably why my survival skills are so abhorrent. Wow, I didn't even realize that I'm already at a point where the wall dips down a block. Okay, there we go. And then 3, which is, well, it should actually go like this, and then there we go. Gotta stay consistent with the bracer bars. This mushroom is really getting on my nerves. Okay, I'm gonna have to tear this mushroom down. By the way, I have looked into the configs, and unfortunately there isn't a way, as far as I'm aware, to use the tree cutting mod on giant mushrooms, so that's unfortunate. But there we go, and then there and there. Halfway done, peeps. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay. You know, I've thought of this wall design after watching another YouTuber. I don't know his name, but it was a he. I think it might have been... Yeah, I can't think of their name. I watch a lot of Minecraft YouTubers, and I'm subscribed to practically none of them. So, no wonder I can't remember it. Come on. I only subscribe to the people whose content I really love, instead of the people who I enjoy watching on occasion should they cross my feed, you know? Okay. Now, 3 blocks down from these. So 1, 2, 3. And then, there we go. And then, do. Wrong level. And do. Yeah, it definitely looks better with the second bracer wall added in, the second bracer bar. And so I'm going to finish this on both sides and then get back to y'all. Well, I finished with the second bracer bar, but how it looks now, I think it probably looked better without the braces. But I already put so much work into it, I'm not going to tear all that back down. Oh, that would be hellish. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot this was here. I should probably fill that in with some dirt because this is supposed to go all the way over to the cliffside, not stop as is. So you know what? I think I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go upstairs into my storage and grab a bunch of dirt because I need dirt. Dirt is the best block for terraforming. As much as I hate its texture, I can appreciate its usefulness when it comes to clearing land or establishing land for builds, either large or small scale. So I'm not going to rag on it too hard, even if it is one of the ugliest blocks in the game. Okay. Almost there. And yeah. Okay, that works. Now the wall goes all the way to the hillside. I could even do a bit of that to make it seem like it's partially buried. And yeah, I can get behind how the terraforming looks now. The wall's a bit... we don't speak of the wall. I put so much work into it only to be dissatisfied with it. But you know, what's new? There's always something to be unsatisfied with when it comes to your own builds. Even if they are objectively decent. Not that I'm saying mine are objectively decent, but they're certainly not bad. They're not terrible. They're not like I'm someone who's playing Minecraft in 2014, 2015. Wow. You know, I do like this better crops texture pack. Now that I'm looking at them and comparing them, I think I kind of like the second wall a bit more than the original wall. I don't know, it's just something about this one. It's pretty bland. Maybe it's because I only used like grayscale blocks in it, whereas with the other wall I did a mix of dark wood, light wood, and dark blocks. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's a composition issue. Who knows? But the wall is complete. It is finished. Right, so I thought about making a gate here somewhere, but I don't think that would make much sense. Well, it is what it is. And I have had some problems of zombies spawning inside the safety of my little compound. But the only way I can think of to fix that would be to like put torches everywhere, and I don't want to do that because it'd make everything look super ugly, and yeah, you know I don't like building ugly things. So let me get up here real quick. What was it that I came up here for, though? Oh, right. I was gonna make some more lanterns. I think I'm gonna do normal lanterns, so I'm going to have to get a single iron ingot because while I do want to make normal lanterns, specifically, I only want to make one normal lantern. And so I only actually need 8 nuggets. Hold on, I need to make the torch. You know, I forgot to grab a stick. Good thing I have tons of wood now. Ha 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 ha. Okay. There we go. And then torch in the center, surrounded by 8 iron ingots. And this should give me a lantern. Yep. I don't know why I have the recipe book open, but I do. Not that I ever use it unless it involves crafting one of the newer blocks like copper lanterns, because I still haven't memorized that recipe. You know, maybe I should have made a few of them. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a couple more lanterns. Alright, I have the 2 lanterns I needed, and right on time too, because look at that. The moon is rising in the west? Wait, how does that work? The sun rises in the east and sets in the west, which... So that's east, because that would mean the moon also rises in the east, no? Yeah. I have no clue how to read this. Oh wait, okay, facing east. Yeah, so the moon's rising in the east. My bad. I never cared to learn much about cardinal directions. Ooh. And look at that. My area, my compound has a bit more light to it. I kind of wish I had one of those firelight bushes. Is that what they're called? Firefly bushes? Whatever, because if you place a few of those around your build, then you can make fireflies, and they would add atmospheric detail. But since it's night, there's one last thing I want to do before I end off this video. And it's not hunt mobs, don't get me wrong. And it's not even to be cutting down trees at night. Why am I doing this? Oh, whatever. Break the tree. I want to plant more pale oak trees a bit closer to my home. And as you know, I have tons of them over here in this spruce forest. Okay, maybe saying tons of them is a bit of a stretch. I have a few of them over here. But they don't need to be over here, right? I could put them over here in my compound. I should probably set up some walls, like wall blocks on the side of my rook. But, yeah, not in this video. Oh, hey, my inventory's full. When did that happen? Whatever. Toss out the raw flesh and gold helmet. I don't need those. I don't need the red mushroom either. Don't know why I even have that. Oh, right. It's because I was breaking down a red mushroom yet. You know, that checks out. So, with these pale oak trees, I want to plant some closer to my home. Like, say, here. Or here. Because I looked in my YouTube playlists. Because I make a playlist for all of my series. But apparently, I named this particular hardcore series Creaky Shores. As in, you know, the creaking. And it's because I spawned in that pale oak forest and decided to build next to it. Problem is, I'm not actually in the forest, and so it didn't make much sense. But now I have a few more pale oak trees growing, and they're all relatively close to home. Ooh, where's my potatoes? There they are. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Alright. time to sleep. I am on day 79. You know, I thought I was farther along in this world than that, but apparently not. So I may make a 100 days video on this or not. Depends on if I even survive the day 100. Anything can happen. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And so, yes, the sun is rising in the east. Ooh, wow. It's always nice to stand on my porch here and just look at everything I did in this world so far. It's pretty enjoyable, and it shows that I'm capable of making progress in Minecraft. My own kind of progress, mind you, because I still only have iron armor and copper tools. At this point, usually people, other Minecrafters, would have like netherite gear and whatnot, but I don't like going into the nether, and I rarely, if ever, fight the ender dragon because I'm bad at this game. Ooh, but that's all. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and if you did, I would like to ask you to like, maybe subscribe, because, yeah, it's motivation. Although it's not necessary motivation. I can get motivated for these videos on my own because I actually enjoy making them. However, I would still appreciate it. So if you can, I ask that you subscribe, and until the next episode, everybody.